So this started life as leftover chicken, and now cheesy goodness. This is Chicken Taquitos. Today we're making Chicken Taquitos, a Mexican-inspired dish that I believe started in California or became an incredible Tex-Mex dish. We're really enjoying how simple ingredients can turn into something quite amazing.
Right, let's get over to the hob.
This is going to be our dinner tonight, so we're going to kick it off with a bit of Mexican rice, which I have not made before on the channel, and that's going to accompany these taquitos tonight. So first off, we better heat up some oil that we've got in the Dutch oven. Okay, and we're going in with some chopped onion. And we've got some cumin, some salt, and some garlic powder. So this is a recipe for quick Mexican rice. So you guys might have a different variation, different cooking methods, different ingredients. Let us know how your Mexican rice differs in the comments below. Okay, now I'm going in with our rice. I'm already liking this methodology because it's something completely different to how I normally make rice. To be honest, I'm not that adventurous with rice. We just tend to have plain boiled rice that accompanies some of our dishes. So I don't do things like this first where you cook the rice before you add in the liquids. So we're looking for this to be golden and for the rice to puff up a little bit. And I've got to keep on stirring. So being quite new to Mexican rice or cooking it in this way, I'm not quite sure what this stage is actually doing and if we'll get a different flavour profile from the rice. I guess you're toasting it or something, if that is even a thing with the rice. But if you've got any more hints and tips on this stage of the rice and what it's actually doing, then please reach out and let me know, because I haven't really got a clue. That rice is now golden and it has fluffed up a bit, so I'm going in with some chicken broth and also some tomato sauce. Okay, we're just gonna let that come to a boil and then we're gonna reduce it down to a simmer and let that cook while we get on with those taquitos. Right, I've whipped up a little bit of salsa or pico de gallo and I've mixed it with a little bit of cream cheese and some sour cream. So I've just gotta mix this all up. And the Ninja has had a bit of a workout today, so I was trying to shred with some forks the chicken that we had left over from our Sunday roast, and I was like, hang on, I can put that in the Ninja and save myself some time. So in addition to making salsa, I shredded some chicken as well. So this is where the cultural gap comes in from American food and British food. So if we had leftover chicken, we'd probably chuck it in a sandwich, maybe a pie, but more often than not, we'd make a curry out of it. And then you guys turn something like leftover chicken into taquitos. And we don't often roll our leftovers into something and roll it up and crisp it and fry it. That is the bit that's a bit alien to us, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm in fact looking quite forward to trying this, but it is different to whatever we would normally do with leftover chicken. So the chicken here has just been seasoned with some chicken seasoning, and it is the good brand that we've been sent. So that is one of my favorites to add to any kind of chicken nowadays. But don't worry, we're gonna make it Mexican inspired in a moment. Now, I'm not gonna tell everyone about this next bit, seeing as when we made the spinach and artichoke dip, spinach didn't go down too well.
I just think spinach is boring.
But I believe if you're gonna do a chicken and cheese taquito, you need to have a little bit of spinach. So I've got some baby spinach here, which I have cut up this time. Then we've got to go in with a cup of shredded cheddar. So another thing I love about this journey that we're on with American food is the way that you guys do use up leftovers. So nothing goes to waste, and that's something that we're trying to do as a family. Whenever we're cooking something, we're going, oh, what can we do with the leftovers? Because you've come up with some incredible recipes for us. All of the soups that we've tried, the sandwiches, all those leftover dishes, and I feel like this is just going to be another one that's going to be up there and something that we're going to probably add on regular rotation. Okay, that's all mixed. I am just going to quickly check on that Mexican rice before we add in some seasoning, because today we were sent this, and I think this Mexican City taco seasoning would go quite nicely in with this, because the recipe we're following today does say to use everything that's pretty much in here. So let's give it a try and see how that turns out. Okay, my Mexican rice is done, so let's go in with some of this seasoning. So we're going to go in with a teaspoon, I believe. Oh, that does smell like a good taco seasoning. The taco seasonings that I've been getting used to over here are the ones that you guys kindly sent us. So things like the McCormick or the Cholula. Am I saying it wrong again? There's lots of different seasonings you've sent us, and I always get the names of all these dishes incorrect because it is a bit new to me. But Oh, it does smell fragrant. Now, one thing about this particular recipe and this filling that's going into it is quite, let's say, smooth, and there's not a great deal of texture in here, but I think that's why when you put it into the tortilla and then you fry it, it's going to give it a nice crispy texture. So I guess that's where the texture is going to come in for this. Okay, does that look about the right consistency? I've read you don't want to make it too wet because it's going to seep out when you fry it, but I guess you want a little bit liquid in there so it's not too dry when you bite it in. Obviously that cheese, when we cook it, it is going to start to ooze a little bit, so I don't really want to mess this. I have been following a recipe for this, and I know I sometimes go off piste, but I'm going to try and stay as is with this one. Right, so these are the only tortillas I could get, these corn tortillas here. What I did read was a taquito is quite small, and thank you to David, one of our patrons, who pointed out these are going to be quite small. So I believe 6 inches is the normal size for taquitos, but because these are the only ones I could get, they are going to be a bit larger. And I did read the bigger version of these used with flour tortillas are called what are they called? Falutas. Anywho, that one. These are going to be slightly oversized, and this is because these are the only corn tortillas I could get. Now, we're going to heat these up so that they become a little bit more pliable. Okay, these tortillas are nice and warm, and with this lovely tortilla warmer, which Randy kindly sent to us, I can leave these nice and warm so they're still pliable as I get these rolled up. Oh, lovely and warm. So we just need to pop a bit of this into each one. I should say I did put salt and pepper into this as well. And one tip our patrons gave us was you don't want to overfill them, but also you don't want to underfill them. But we're going to try to roll these really tightly. Now, I did run out of oil, so I have decided to use the small skillet today, but let's get these taquitos into the oil. Okay, so it's all come together. We've got our rice, we've got our beans, we've got our sour cream or salsa, and our taquitos. So all that's left to do now is try it.
This smells really good. Ladies, you go first.
Oh, she's going straight for the sour cream.
Oh, good.
No, I'm not sure. Are they designed to be picked up and eaten like that, or are they designed to be eaten with a knife and fork? I'm kind of leaning towards hands because the... 10 out of 10?
Already?
Oh, crikey.
Wow.
I'm leaning into picking it out with your hands because the word taquito translates to little tacos, and we know tacos are to be eaten with your hands.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to try it. I'm not going to dunk it yet. I'm just going for it as is.
Tastes nice when we dunk it.
It smells delicious.
Ooh, But that's really tasty. You get the crunch, and I'm loving the crunch of the corn tortilla. Then you've got the kind of softness of the filling. Now you take a bite before I talk about it too much, and I'm going to load up with some other bits and pieces.
Because I don't actually know what the filling is in this.
No.
It's not fish, is it?
No.
Good. Oh, wow. What's in that? Wow. Right, there's some cream. And there's some salsa. What's in there? That is delicious.
Inside, there is chicken, there is cheese, and you do have some spinach in there. But you can't taste it, can you?
It's been cut down, isn't it?
I did cut it this time. Now, I'm also got to say, that Mexican rice is really good. I'm definitely going to be making that again. I'm loving how all these flavours work together. Anything that we've tried that's been Mexican inspired is just like a flavourful fiesta, isn't it?
I can taste it when it's in my mouth, just village. I can taste it when it's in my mouth.
Is it nice?
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. That's like restaurant quality food.
They should, in theory, be a little bit smaller because they should have been made with the 6-inch tortillas, and we don't have those. So next time I will try making my own corn tortillas for this so that it's the perfect size.
Not massively into beans, but I try the beans with a little bit of cream, a little bit of rice. And that's pretty good as well.
It all works, doesn't it? Now let us know, what else would you typically have with this as an accompaniment? I know some of you said about salsa verde. I know some of you said to us like guacamole, but we're not fans of guacamole. We'll have it, but it's not our favourite. So I'm just feeling like what we've got here on our plate kind of suits us down to a T, doesn't it?
It is fabulous. Tasty, fresh, light, so many layers of flavours. That's so good.
So I guess we're going to have to do the marks out of 10 for this one.
I'm going straight in for a 10.
I'm seconding a 10 because I can't think of what other rating to give
Give
it.
it a 10.
So is this meal going on our regular rotation?
Yeah, definitely.
I think so. I guess all that leaves us to say is...
Take care.
God bless.
And see y'all in the next video.